Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another manga chapter review. I'm the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hello, everyone.
Chainsaw Man, chapter 117.
Penguin and Weapon. This was a really good chapter. I love this chapter.
You know, there is a penguin and he is a weapon. I tell you, I think this title is a callback to It's like what's the name of chapter 1? Let me see. It's Boy and Chainsaw or something.
I could see that, yeah.
And because I know the Dog and Chainsaw was the first one, and then it was like Bird and War or something was the first chapter of part 2. Yeah. So it was like the parallel. So I wonder if Penguin and Weapon has any correlation. It could.
You know what I might do? After this, I might scroll through some of the Eternity Devil chapters and just see if there's like an and title in there. Just to see. But anyway, yeah, chapter 117, phenomenal chapter. Unless there's any other prefacing, just get into it because there's a lot of good meaty content to discuss.
Very good chapter.
Fujimoto was cooking good this week.
Yeah, Fujimoto, bro, he got it going.
It's a quick question before we start, though. Did anyone else leak this chapter or no?
No, there was a fake leak that I read, but on one hand, it was in such broken English, such a bad machine translation, it was literally unreadable. And then two, I didn't remember it, and I don't think it predicted this, because I would have known. It's it supposedly leaked 117 and 118. I would have known if the leaker was Dennis gets turned into a weapon.
Yeah, bro tried being fake Sawman with that leak.
That's so true. But yeah, so I didn't trust that. I think that was a wise decision. Yeah, as far as I know, nobody leaked this, and I haven't heard anything about anyone leaking it. So
yeah,
just getting straight into it. Dennis is like, "Wait a sec, what am I doing? I made up my mind to quit it with a mindless obedience. If I obey her, she'll grant me any request." Dennis character growth. This is also, I believe, right? I could be wrong on this. We could have gotten a panel of it before. This is the first time we get Dennis's inner monologue. This part.
Okay. If I might be wrong here, but I remember in one of the last 2 chapters where he thought to himself I don't do it. Don't just. Oh no, because he was talking with Asa or something where he's I'll make up my own mind. I want to go see the penguin. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah. So I as far as I remember, because I've thought about this, I'm we haven't gotten Dennis's point of view the entire time. This is the first time in part 2 that we get to see his thoughts, which is interesting. It's are we transitioning back to him as the main character, or is because this is obviously Fujimoto coming through and telling us Dennis's character growth.
Fujimoto.
That's his name. I'm just calling him by his name.
It's not. It's gonna get a reaction out of me every time.
Yeah. So it's good character growth from Dennis. We see that he has acknowledged his faults, and he's actively trying to better himself from where he was at the end of part 1. It's pretty based. It's pretty based for a guy.
Because he kind of had some. Didn't he have some doubts about that last chapter where it's you can't just buy me out? She's I'll do anything. And he's here you go, ma'am. Here's the money.
Exactly.
And questioning of it, and then if I obey her, she'll get me any wish, and then next page.
No freaking way! It's the penguin, dude. I love this little guy.
This page was just so fucking adorable.
Dennis gets to meet a penguin, dude.
It was such a just a fun little page to have. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just so wholesome to see him finally get to see a penguin.
And Dennis is pogging too.
In the top left.
Whoa, no freaking way, dude! It's a penguin. That's so true.
It was just nice to see him have a W.
You turn the page there, and you get one of the rawest double page spread from Chainsaw Man Part 2.
It was pretty good. Because this is the Eternity Devil again. I like its redesign. I like it better than the original.
Yeah, no, I think it has more of a terrifying feel to it. The last one was just like a mass of flesh, which is cool. Don't get me wrong.
It was still good, but this one, it's I feel like if its head just swallowed me, its fingers would just grab you up and just pull you into the eternity. It's more a dreadful feeling. Because the blob, the original one, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but this one's just more menacing.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. I like it.
And then we hear it say a measly million yen can't buy an aquarium, you moron. But
well, who's holding the spear, idiot?
Yeah, who owns the spear, dump ass?
It's so true. We see Brobany middle of wall licking.
Yeah, and this part was interesting, where after Fake Saw Man says we got out, turns out what I thought was not correct, but it was like a yes and no situation where we see Eternity Devil go like, famine that bitch, this wasn't the deal. The Dame at the hell with you and goes to attack her. So she made a deal with him to use that power to keep him in there. So I was right in that, like, it was his power, but I wasn't right in that she just forced him into it, as far as I can tell from this. Because but it makes sense, like a devil making a deal with another devil. Like it was a nice reveal to see that was actually the case, where they made a deal, and that's it.
Yeah, no, and he's new and improved, right? He goes to attack Ashley, and then Josh grabs his arm. He's like, I need you to die. Thanks, though. This guy's never looked more beautiful to me. You taught me to appreciate it. Josh is cool. A goat. He like twists and like cuts his arm off. And Jordu comes back, which is like, okay, finally, am I right? And then we get the guilt of ruining an aquarium, huh? You really feel guilty over that? That's just like you, Asa. So I was wondering what the guilt would be from, like, creating a spear out of an aquarium. Like, yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, you ruined the aquarium. That's understandable.
Ruining it, but, like, the fact that now you've gotten rid of the aquarium where all these, like, animals live, so you killed a lot of animals in the sequence of that, so that could be the extra guilt on top of it that's empowering it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then we see the Eternity Devil yell die, and then she flip the page. 1 million's not enough, you say. I've got the rest right here. Take it. And then another absolutely raw double page spread.
Bro, Fujimoto going off. Honest. Did not leave the kitchen this week, dude.
Yeah, his organs spill out, and like all these fish like just leap out of him. It is a really good page. Like
did not expect him to be defeated as fast as he was. I mean, I can appreciate it, right? I can appreciate it. I'm glad that we didn't have like a 3-chapter spread out of a battle, and it needed to end like this so that Dennis didn't get involved too.
Yeah, it was. I could see it being how, and I don't remember how this works fully, but like with a reincarnation, how does the devil's power change whenever they're reincarnated, or is
I'm pretty sure they have the same power. It's just they take a different form.
And this one, like, because from what we knew from the Eternity Devil Part 1, it's like, oh, my main body's not here, and it brought in the heart. Well, they escaped, so they were just able to encounter the main body as is.
Yeah.
So that's why it was that's the trick to it, where it's near impossible to escape the Eternity Devil's like power, but if you do, it's like that's like the glass cannon aspect of it, even though it's not a glass cannon. Like it's the big drawback of if you somehow got out, the devil's like right there and you could just kill it.
Yeah, so, but you're not getting out.
Yeah, unless you buy the aquarium, which was based.
That's so true. So Yoru's like happy, Brovany is shocked, Fake Rai is just chilling.
Everyone is.
This is the interesting one. Is Isayumi goes, Asamitaka, that power, could it be? So like this could just be another red herring with this character, right?
Who knows?
But he could potentially know about the War Devil. We know at least one other character that knows more than he lets on about stuff. What do you call it? Josh, 100%. We'll get to that, right? But he 100% knows about this stuff.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see what Isayumi thinks.
Mm-hmm. At the bottom of this page, we see another wholesome Denji panel, holding the penguin saying, "He's so cute, I want to keep him." And then the next page has Twitter has made some pretty good jokes about this one of the Fammy stare off with Josh.
They're just chilling.
Yeah, they're just kind of dead-assing each other, if you will.
Like I said, I think I've said this before in previous videos. Yoshida is such an interesting character, and that like we have no clue how he operates. Like, like theoretically, like he joined public safety, right? We know that. So theoretically, who he's working for is public safety. Yet also, it's very likely that he knows. He's talked about the Death Devil, right? If he works for public safety and he's high up, there's a chance he knows about Makima, right?
Yeah, a lot more than he's letting on. That's a very blunt and apparent.
And
of how much more does he know? That's
he obviously he seems to know famine, right?
Yeah.
And he probably knows that Yoru is the War Devil, or something's going on with Asa, right?
Yeah.
Because she literally transformed in front of him as someone who has name dropped the Death Devil and looked at Famine as if he recognized her. That wouldn't be lost on him, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. And then he knows that Makima, and he knows that there's something up with. So he knows like basically all 4 different like factions of the War Devils, pretty much.
The Horsemen.
Not War Devils. Sorry, they have the Horsemen.
But yeah, so it's just very interesting. And so then we see they're just standing around, talking, getting stuff organized. Dennis gets his penguin taken away. Easily the saddest part of Chainsaw Man.
He gets the penguin taken away. It's very sad.
Even has the penguin like waving to him.
Aw, didn't notice that the first time. Yeah.
So then Dennis is walking Ashley home. She goes, "Thanks for walking me home. That had to be the worst date ever." I mean, he wasn't barfed in. His tongue wasn't cut off, and his like sister girlfriend thing wasn't killed in front of him. So you're already doing pretty good, honest.
Yeah, I mean, he says it wasn't so bad. I got to touch a penguin, and then and then the awkward silence from Asa before he goes, "Hey, you said you'd grant me any request, right?" And the Denji growth, because she says, "Yeah, I did," and he says, "In that case, go on another date with me." That was so wholesome.
Based Dennis just wanting to be not a single dad anymore.
If this were part 1, you already know it'd be like, "Oh, I want to touch your boobs," or like, "I want to have sex," or something. But with this, it's like, "Can you just go on another date with me?" And it was just so.
The next page, he revs up Riz Sawman again. Like, I have more experience dating. I'll teach you how to have the best dates ever. I mean, you do have more experience. That's true. It's not good experience, but experience, yeah.
Guess he's experienced crazy enough to know, okay, here's the opposite of crazy, and I'll apply that on my dates with Asa.
And then she looks at him, she's kind of shocked, and then he's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Okay, teach me." And then Dennis gives a little peace sign, like in the thumbnail, like Power gives.
Yeah.
But that, what you call it? He's always done the peace sign. So he gives his little peace sign thingy, and then Asa smiles, and then confirmation.
Yeah.
Dennis and Ashley sitting in a tree. KILLINGDNNIS.
Yeah, it's about time to talk about it, because next page we see her go.
We have to talk about this page.
No, I'm on page 16. That's what I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, that's what I was reading off. Page 16, where she goes, "I see. This feeling must be love." And she goes, "I can't believe I'd feel any affection for this punk. It's only possible because I share your brain." And then we see.
Excuse me. So, Asa loves Dennis. Ashley loves Dennis. That's so true.
And they're going on their date. Basically, in War Devil's layman's terms, you have dominion over him. She says that
this means they can proceed with the plan.
What?
Ashley's like, "What?"
Denji spinal cord sword. And
see, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. You know why? I'm going to put all the theories out there as to whether Dennis is dead now, right? Chainsaw Man is going to focus solely on Asa, right? Or it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I can go ahead and tell you all that right now.
But here's the thing.
Because his name is Dennis. She got his name wrong. It's not going to work.
Anyway, the wrong naming aside, because I agree, it's not the right name. What I think it is, because I saw some people on Twitter overreacting to it, like, "You guys really think Dennis is gonna die next chapter?" And then like they adjust their glasses because they think they're so superior. No, but it was still a really cool reveal to have to like see. Next chapter. Here's my prediction. Next chapter, Dennis is gonna like also pat her head and be like, "You're just so cute," and just like walk off, and you're just gonna go back into the bedroom and like punch the pillow, like, "Girl, I'm so mad." I'm just gonna go, "Oh, she's so cute and or adorable," and they're gonna forget that she's literally the War Devil again.
Yeah, no, I look, okay. Being Fujimoto, I could 100% see Dennis dying here.
You mean Fujimoto?
That's so true. That is his name. I could 100% see Dennis dying here.
It'd be so weird. It would be so weird to have him die here.
I think the more likely option is it doesn't work. And there's a couple reasons for this, right? Funny name. Right? One, he's a hybrid. Right? Technically speaking, he can already turn his body into a weapon. So I don't know if the War Devil would be able to do that the same way. You could say that maybe the hybrid's power is similar to hers, except instead of turning others, like turning or whatever. Because he turns himself into Chainsaw Man. Yeah. So like it's like a effects can't stack kind of thing, right? I think that so looking at it traditionally, I think all the requirements for him to be turned into a sword are met. I don't think Fujimoto is going to pull he could, other than something being wrong with Dennis as to being the reason why he's not turned into a weapon. Fujimoto could pull something like, Ashley doesn't see him as under her, she sees him as an equal. Yeah, I will say I just thought of something that could happen because he's Chainsaw Man, and they don't know he's Chainsaw Man, right?
Yeah,
and they don't view Chainsaw Man as below them, and he is Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
it could not work that way. That I could 100% see that being the way that Dennis isn't turned into a weapon if he isn't.
We know the rules for the War Devil they're very flexible because, like, again, she didn't own the aquarium, but it was her perception of it. So it all comes down to perception in this case. And if they both perceive like Denji is somehow lower, because I think it'll be the catch of Asa, the one who's like true, like using the power is a lot stronger.
It's not lower. I think I misspoke with that. Makima's power is those beneath her. Like Yoru is her possessions. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, the catch is going to be Asa might not see it as like he's mine, and because Denji wouldn't even think that too. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, like my thoughts toward Denji probably won't die. This is Fujimoto. Who knows with this man? He probably won't die. Or if it did work, I could easily see him like getting up after his body has some blood and just like putting his head back on and be like, "Whoa, what are you?" That's true. Even if it did work, it wouldn't kill him.
Both could happen. Where like he turns into his head and his spinal cord come off, and like his body just like gets up and like sticks it back on, and he comes back to normal. And he's like, "Whoa, what the hell was that?"
I could definitely see that.
It's one of those where I could throw a bunch of theories at the wall, but it's literally just going to be wait until next week to see how this plays out, because I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you what would happen at this point. Probably he won't die, but like, I'll chance that he could because it's Fujimoto, and this man cooks. Fujimoto just cooks. I don't know what else to say.
Definitely. I don't see it working. I don't think at this point in the story Fujimoto kills Dennis off.
No, of course. But
it's still called Chainsaw Man, right?
This is a good reveal.
Who knows? He could die.
Also,
I don't think he's going to, for the reasons we've talked about, but he could.
If it doesn't work, I wonder how Denji's going to react to be like, why do you want a spinal cord sword? Like, I could see him just kind of playing off like, what's wrong?
Yeah, if it doesn't work, 100% Yoru is trying again.
100%.
That's just her character to be like, to just like blink and then try it again, and then he's like, what are you doing?
I could easily see him also putting his hand on her head, being like, you're so adorable," but then just leaving.
Like Asa spinal cord sword or something, like laughing and being like, haha.
Yeah, Asa spinal cord sword. Like, that's so true, isn't it? And just walk away.
That's so true, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was chapter 117. This was an amazing chapter.
It's a goodie. Can't wait to see where Fujimoto goes next. 118 comes out in a week, no break again, which is phenomenal. I love that.
Perfect.
Always there's no break.
I think having like the non-fight orientated chapters is good, because like this chapter there was a fight, but it wasn't like a fight,
Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoy the action in Chainsaw Man, but definitely what I'm invested in is the characters and the story. So I always enjoy the more character and story focused chapters. We really haven't gotten like a fight chapter since Justice Devil with Yuko. And I'm kind of glad that's over. I'm not the biggest fan of the Justice Devil arc. It was solid. I think we had some really good character development, but as a whole, I think it was. I'm glad we got to Eternity Devil.
I'm glad we got to Fake Saw Man and Eternity Devil and the Date arc.
That's so true. Yeah. Any final words on chapter 117, Kyle? I think we've discussed everything I want to discuss.
The Penguin's gonna come back. The Penguin's gonna be a main antagonist. Denji's gonna fight the Penguin Devil at some point. and he's going to be distraught about it. That's my gag prediction.
It's relatively likely.
What about you?
Well, obviously Dennis is going to get turned into a chainsaw next chapter, but he's going to be able to talk because it's like his chainsaw head. And he's like, what did you do to me? And they're like, we want his spinal cord sword. And he's like, well, I'm Chainsaw Man. And they're like, whoa. And that's what's going to happen.
It's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to go to hug her, and his chainsaws are going to act up, and it's going to accidentally kill them, and then part 2 is going to end right there.
That's so true. And then we're going to get into part 3, and it's just another girl who fumbles Dennis.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something like, so make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment telling us, is Dennis going to live or is Dennis going to die? He's going to live, by the way. If he dies, he's going to die, by the way. And next video coming out will be One Piece this Sunday, I believe. I need to check to see if spoilers are out because I'm fairly certain a chapter comes out this Sunday. Could be completely wrong on that, but I'm gonna check. Actually, no, I don't think so. Is there? I don't know. I'll check. Whatever. Maybe One Piece this Sunday, maybe not. I don't know. It'll probably be Dragon Ball or something. I'll throw up. I got a couple videos. Cooking. Maybe dessert. We'll see. So we will see you all then. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye-bye.
Bye.